I just want to let you know how, like, I don't want to say I'm stupid, but I've been more consistent, and shit. I want to do follows and stuff, but besides all that, take my parents is gone. I'm about 1 year than a warm dog, and everything finna get crushed, bro. Everything finna get crushed. I'm about to go link with some John. Ain't trying to do too much because it's my first. I always abide by this law. There's laws to this shit. There's laws. There's levels. There's laws and levels. When you're talking to a girl and it's your first link, your first hangout, never try to get it on the first hangout, bro. We've been through this. Never try to get on the first hangout. You always wanna like chill, let it be available, but never apply pressure on the first hangout. You know what I'm saying? You could hint, you could tease, you could do whatever you please, but please don't try to pressure it on the first hangout. Me, I'm a 6'3" handsome black man, so it's difficult in a sense of like pressuring because sometimes it's like I don't want to pressure a girl too much. Not pause. That didn't really sound right. Like I don't want to try to be like yeah, like try to apply pressure, slight pressure, and feel like I'm being like overbearing or doing something disrespectful. So I try to be calm with it. I try to throw hints at it, and then she come on to me where we're going. Like I'm going if she going. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be.
At the next stop sign,
I'm not
turn
gonna lie,
left.
bro. The devil's really trying to get my ass too. So y'all need to start praying for me. Cause why this day all the hoes keep talking to me? Mind you, prom is coming up, so that could be the reason. But like, still, like, it's just like, chill out, G. You know what I mean? And I'm the type of nigga. If I go to prom with you, you better be bad as shit. You better slide some curb. I remember
At the stop
sometime
sign, turn left onto Coffeetown.
talking to some Jern, knew for over a year, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. She old news, bro. She's old news, bro. Like I know how niggas be acting and shit, but at the same time, it's just like when you know somebody
In 1.7 miles,
and you're getting to
turn
know them,
right
it's
onto
the
Fourth
the best thing to do is to really understand your intentions of actually getting to know them, why you want to talk to them, why you talk to them even in the first place. Because a lot of relationships go sour because of the intentions weren't clear and they weren't honest. And if you have honest and clear, if you have honest and clear intentions with someone, it's easier to have a relationship because we both know what we're getting out of this. If you tell somebody the intention of the relationship, they say, nah, I'm not cool, it's cool, that's just not your person. But half times out of 10, especially as like, you know, I'm 18 now, one thing I realized about women is that women are very intentional. They're very intentional, and even when they're not intentional, and even when they, you know, they're just being in their feelings, they're intentionally staying in their feelings for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for example, let's say you say you shoot like a hot take, and this should be common sense, but let's say like you say, oh yeah, girl, like if you was over here, I'm trying to crush that, right? If she don't go, oh, that shit weird, like I ain't even on that timing, and she like, ha ha ha, stop, you're in that. You know what I'm saying? Or the same thing where it's like, let's say you're talking to a girl and she like, you basically like, she kind of knows, like for example, let's say you're talking to a girl and she's like, oh yeah, I bet he's a hoe. there's two things. She's either really insecure, or that's exactly what she's looking for. And it depends how she says it. Like if she says it degradingly, she's probably insecure. But if she says it like
At the stop sign, turn right onto
like
North
playfully, she wants to dick. But sometimes these girls will say things. Dude, honestly, if they say it both ways, there's a higher percent chance that they're going. But sometimes it really just depends on the context and whatnot. But majority of the times, I want to say 9 times out of 10, but I'll say like 7 times out of 10. That means she's going.
At the next light,
I remember the time and girls love, you have to learn how to insult women. And this is gonna sound insane, but you need to learn how to insult women, because insulting women makes them understand. All right, this is gonna sound insane, but it makes them subconsciously understand their place in your mind. And women, they like when a man thinks highly of them, but at the same time, women know they want a man who's gonna fight for what they want, has an ambition, has a dream. You know what I'm saying? So when you show a woman that chill out, gang, like you're not even that much value to me, in their mind, it hurts them a little bit, but it also makes them work harder and support you better, because it's like he could get any other girl, and he's focusing on himself and his value. And if he's focusing on himself and his value, it means if I follow him, I will become inherently more valuable. That's why every woman wants a rich man, or a man who's doing some shit with his life, not a man who's sucking some pussy. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no wrong with doing that. But there's balance. There's balance.
At the stop
There's a
sign,
strong balance.
turn right onto Lime Kiln Road.
And if
Then
you don't
turn
understand
left
that strong
onto
balance, you could be
Studio
fucked. Genuinely. You can be fucked if you don't understand that balance.
At
You
the
can be
next
fucked.
light, turn left.
Because then niggas is gonna be out here eating your food. And that's why in 2026, I'm not
At the
getting a
light,
girlfriend,
turn
bro.
left onto
In
Pennsylvania.
2026,
309.
getting a girlfriend is nutty. You don't get a girlfriend in 2026. You get a wife. Girlfriend. The shit girlfriend. What's it called? When people say, "Oh, I want a girlfriend," in 2026, that's not cutting it. We're not doing girlfriends in 2026. We're doing wives, bro. I'm not fucking with no bitch. And that, look, let me tell you something. Men that think like me, or men that become players in a sense, they only do that because they're adapting to the mindset of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Those are niggas who adapted to the mindset of the woman. And the reason how I know that for a fact is because most players get more pussy. So if you're wondering why players get more pussy, it's because they adapted to the mind of a woman. It doesn't mean, now people say players are assholes, players are bad guys. They're not bad guys. They're just smart guys that know how to play the game. You just mad you don't know how to hoop because you ain't pick up the ball yet. You see what I'm saying? And like that's not what's the word? Like what's the word? It's not bad to be a player, but it's bad to be a toxic manipulator. And here's the difference. I know myself, I know my identity, I know my ambitions, I know my purpose, I know my intent in every relationship. If I fuck a girl, if I have sex with a girl, if I do things with a woman, that's because I know me and both, it takes two to tango. Me and her are consensually know that, hey, this is what we're doing, this is how it is, I'm not in a relationship, I'm just trying to find something. Hey, but whatever happens in the future happens. You see what I'm saying? We both are aware of that. Right? That's the difference between me and toxic men and manipulators. Toxic men are insecure. They have no clue what to do with themselves. They're insecure. They have no clue what to do with themselves. They're not ambitious. They focus too much on their woman, and they try to love a girl so much with all their heart that it builds resentment when they don't get that same thing back instantly. That's a toxic man. Quote me on that shit. Those are the real bad men. The lover boys that think that they're lover boys, and because they think that they're lover boys, they deserve everything in the world. Those are the niggas you gotta watch out for. But the niggas that will fuck you and kiki with you and have a good time with you, but at the end of the day just don't want to be your man, those are gonna be the realest niggas. Those are gonna be the realest niggas. Those are gonna be the niggas that are really gonna be there for you. Those are the it sounds nutty, but those are really gonna be the niggas that are gonna be there for you. The niggas that not just wanna fuck, but wanna know you, be cool with you, and do the same. And then you also gotta watch out, because then there's some niggas who will generally just want to fuck. And let me tell you something that's bad about those niggas. Those niggas, they wanna fuck, but since they're so blinded by the punani, they don't actually see the personality. And sometimes they'll even diminish the fact of you having a personality so they could just get the punani. And that's the bad thing, because it's like niggas like that, they end up hating you, not because they want to hate you, not because they don't like you, but it's because they realize and they start to lose tolerance to the fact that she's pretty, but what else? I had sex with her. That's why most men lose, that's why most men lose emotions after sex, because half the time they just wanted sex to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas actually lose emotion after having sex, not because they don't like you, because they never liked you to begin with. That's because that's what they don't know you to like you. You see what I'm saying? So niggas like, that's why you really have to vet a nigga. If I was a girl, I'd rather have a nigga that's cool with me, that buys me food, that does whatever, and I be single and I do whatever I want and have fun. And you know, whatever happens, but at the same time, it's not toxic. Then be with a nigga but then be so cuff happy, like, oh, I want a man, and cuff a nigga who really doesn't like you. And you're seeing it in his face. You know what I'm saying? And that's what one thing girls like to do, to me, which is weird, but then again, they're emotional, is what girls like to do is that they like to be like, all right, so because men just want sex, men in general, instead of actually vetting the man and seeing what type of man they are, it's because men want to have sex, I'm gonna cut that away from them. Now, if you actually vet the man you want to have sex with, and then understand who they are mentally, it doesn't matter. And honestly, you could probably even build a better connection. But if you're not careful, it could fuck a lot of things up. So the real key is understand. You know, it's funny because it always been like, you know, women are the gateway to sex and men are the gateway to a relationship. But if a woman vets herself in a man and what she wants in a man in a relationship and holds herself till she finds that standard, she will be better off than a woman who will open up her legs for a man hoping that she likes him. You see what I'm saying? And when a man learns how to control his lust, when a man learns how to control his lust and goes into a relationship, he's a stronger man for that woman. You see what I'm saying? So it's funny how men are the gateway to a relationship. Women are the gateway to sex. But a man has to learn how to conquer his lust and his will to want to have sex, and a woman has to conquer her impatience and have the patience to find a good relationship. Holy shit, I don't know why it took too much time for me to say that. But you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's very important. Because we have to hold each other accountable on some real.
In half a mile, keep right toward Brookside Road.
And I know I was cooking. I know I was cooking. But you see what I'm saying? As a man, you have to be responsible for a woman's vulnerability. And as a woman, you have to be responsible for a man's vulnerability. Simple. If I'm with a girl and she actually wants to get to know, if you're a woman, you actually want to get to know a man, understand where his mind's at and limit him and limit the places that you know he's gonna overextend at. If you're talking to a nigga and all he wants is cheeks, all he's talking about is your cheeks, all he's talking about is your looks, but he doesn't understand who you are, what you want to be, what you want to do with yourself, or you don't have any common ground, don't talk to that nigga just because you want a man or just because you want some dick. And look, if you do just want some dick and you let him know, yo, Ike just want some dick and vice versa, nigga, then that's fine, because now y'all both have to hold each other accountable, because y'all both can't get mad because y'all know exactly why y'all have this relationship. You see what I'm saying? And look, that's also why most partners, not even just men or women, why most partners cheat. It's because of unclarity and unhonesty in tough situations that they didn't want to speak up in. If a real man or woman were to be like, yo, deadass, I don't like this, or deadass, I don't want to be with you no more. That's all it takes. And now, all right, now if I bust bare things down the block, it ain't that bad because I straight it up with the girl that I was with. But most niggas are too pussy to be a man, and most women, they already got their shit planned out. They think they, you know, it's his fault. I don't got time to explain him why I just cheated on him. But most women, sometimes they just do it because they like the thrill. Some niggas just like doing it because they like the thrill. But at the same speed, when you move like that, it shows your character, and it shows that it's bigger than just you wanting to have a thrill. It shows where you need to heal, and it shows where you need to mature in yourself. Because that doesn't come, most of the problems that people like get themselves into does not come from other people and what they did and what she said. It comes from projection and things that they didn't work out in themselves. Most people project things and they don't fix things. Instead of solving the problem, they find a way to heal it.
At the next line, turn right.
But then again, look, we're all human, so I can't even dick eat. You see what I'm saying? We're all human. We're all gonna think like that. We're all gonna make mistakes. But at the same time, if you cheat on somebody or someone cheat on you, you have the right to say, look, I forgive you. You made a mistake. But at the end of the day, you have to reward this loyalty with distance. As simple as that. You have to reward this loyalty with distance. If you're talking to a woman
At the light,
and she
turn
got
right onto East Texas
that
Street.
8-inch caco down the blocko from Danny Bracco. If she got that from you, bro, if she got that from some nigga, let me tell you,
In 3/4 of a
she
mile,
ain't thinking about
turn
you no
left
more.
onto Willow Lane.
It's not about nothing. She's not thinking about you no more. If she got cocky from that nigga, she will get cocky from that nigga again, or think about getting cocky from that nigga again. The tie between y'all are broken. It's broken. And look, there's nothing wrong with still staying in the same house as them. There's nothing wrong with still sleeping with them. The thing is that now you know mentally that you're not with that person. Spiritually, you're not with that person. That tie is broken. Almost ready to kill. It's broken.
Turn left onto Town Square Drive.
It's broken. And I'll be the first nigga to tell that to anybody. If a woman cheat on me, hey, woman cheat on me, I'm gonna say, oh, okay, it's gonna hurt me. I'm gonna cry because it's an investment of the heart,
Go past the stop sign.
of the spirit.
Then at the next one, turn right.
It's the investment of the heart, the investment of the spirit. You see what I'm saying?
At the stop sign, turn right onto Brookside Road.
It's the investment of the heart, the investment of the spirit, right? So if someone dissociates from that, it's good to rip.